They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it.
Welcome back to Post Power. We're gonna recap these episodes 3 and 4. My name is Swaggy Sie
Zel.
That's my co-host Zel. And of course we got Andrea-Rachel. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, he's a great.
Welcome.
Great. Welcome. And if you don't know who that is, of course it's Destiny in Power, aka Tariq's girlfriend.
Girl.
Yes.
I mean, I know you get that a lot. So we want to recap into the last time we saw you on the show, which was episode 1. And of course, you know, that NYPD, the Internal Affairs Officer, she came, paid you a visit.
Right.
And then she talked about, you know, Ray Ray's death. Mm-hmm. And kind of, I want to know what's going through Destiny's head at that point, because this is kind of the first time that she's finding out that Ray Ray might be dead.
Right. I think she's irritated. Mm-hmm. I think she has a lot of emotions and she doesn't really have anyone to express them to. Mm-hmm. So that's why when you see the agent, you know, say and explain to her that we're pretty sure we're not going to be able to locate your cousin, there's a little bit of a pause there for her. Like, she has to take that in and she has to understand it, and she immediately gets up and she goes to the door. And I think that's because she doesn't want another stranger to see her that stressed out, that emotionally conflicted. And at the same time, you know, her cousin kind of left her for dead. So she has a lot of guilt, but she also has a lot of anger.
And resentment.
And resentment, because she's just like, well, what am I supposed to do now? So I think that's what you see in Destiny's moment, speaking to that agent.
So I think when she's talking to the cop, something I noticed is that the cop asked her, hey, did any other female officer come and pay you a visit?
Right.
So do you think she's lying out of, not so much lying, or more so aggravated with the situation, or is there some type of cover-up going on?
I think it just has to do with, this lady's a stranger. Mm-hmm. You're a stranger. I've never seen you before. I've never heard you before. Mm-hmm. You didn't come here to give me any good news. And then when you gave me the bad news, I don't necessarily believe that it was genuine hurt or, you know, care or consideration about me. So it's like, why help you if you're not helping me? If you're not giving me any solutions, if you're not trying to help me make a way for myself, why would I help you? I think Destiny knows that her cousin spoke to Angela. I think she was in the back room listening in when that happened anyway. Mm-hmm. So realistically, it's kind of just like, I don't want to help Angela, but I'm also not going to help you. I don't want to, like, and I don't know what information is going to exploit my cousin and his involvement in it. And maybe just a little pinch of her is hopeful that her cousin's alive somewhere. And she just thinks like, no, I know better.
That might hurt him.
And I know
if
better.
If he is alive. Right. Okay.
Like, I already did something bad once. I don't want to do something bad twice. So she's more mindful.
So speaking of that something bad,
you ratted on your cousin.
Let's get back into season 4, episode 10. I feel like that's where everybody is the most upset with you. I don't know what you get walking down the street. Like,
it's fun. It's a lot of
fun. It's fun. So let's just to recap so everybody knows. Boom, Tommy kicks in the door. Yeah. He's looking for Ray Ray.
Maybe in the 4-4.
Papa don't hit me no more. Yeah, that's Brooklyn. So being from Brooklyn, you know that Destiny, obviously, she went against the code of the street.
Yeah.
It's no snitching.
The no snitching policy.
Yeah. And I think that has a lot to do. See? I think that has a lot to do with her cousin leaving her by herself. You know, they have a conversation and he's like, yo, I gotta get away. Like, he's gonna tell his pops, I need to get away. And she's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Can I say that? I'm sorry, I said that.
No, you can say that. It's alright.
So she's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do if you leave? And I think she feels kind of like outed by him. She feels like, damn, like I've been left for dead by myself. Like, you put me in this fucked up position. Yeah. You did something completely horrible that now my boyfriend is obviously gonna be upset about. And now you're leaving me here alone. So as much as she wants to save face and she wants to be protective of her cousin, I think she's not stupid either. And she's like, you know what? He did what he had to do for him. So he's not going to be able to be that upset with me about doing what I have to do for myself because he left me here to survive on my own. You know?
So what would Andrea have done in this situation? not Destiny.
I probably would have gave a fake address and pretended like I didn't know that that's what he gave me.
You would have been ready to go.
I honestly felt like that was the smartest thing to do, to give a fake address. I don't know why you would give a real one, because if your cousin leaves you for dead, no one expects that he even gives a hell about you.
You don't think she was scared? She was scared that he would have came back. He already know where you live, obviously.
See, the thing about being scared, right? I think there are levels to it. And I think that she's around a lot of gangsters and she's around certain things, and she's like, as innocent as she is and as she was trying to remain, she's still seen a lot of different stuff. And so I think when Tommy busted in, like, that's just an alert, like that, you know, not being prepared for that starts a type of scaredness.
Okay.
But I think in her knowing or realizing who Tommy is and who he could be and who he is associated with, I think a more logical survivor mode like kicks in. So even though he has a gun pointed to her head and he's kind of like intimidating her, that whole, well, is Tariq okay? Like, yeah, I just want you to know, like, you know, like, he likes me, he cares about me, like, I'm the Destiny. If he ever mentioned the Destiny, like, this is me, this is not. I think she's using that, like, little girl innocent thing to her benefit.
Okay.
The tears, the extraness.
She's kind of playing him.
Right, it's kind of like, this other little girl just died. Look at me. Do you
I'm a
really
little girl
want to kill
too.
me? I'm a little girl too. And the guy you're trying to help right now, he kind of likes me. Like, we've kind of been doing stuff. Like, I've kind of been helping him out.
Yeah.
And I think when you mix that in with, you know, a little bit of honesty, like, you know, that's how he got the phone and tears and just putting, like, your emotions out there, that gives Tommy the hesitation that makes him, you know, he spares her.
Right. So, since we're on the theme of snitching, right? I mean, I don't mean to come at you personally, but I want to get into episode 3 where Tommy's father gets out of jail,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes.
And he's he's cooperating, right, with the feds. And I don't know, like, in this scene, we kind of are wondering, like, do you think that Tommy's father, Tony, is really going to snitch on Tommy?
No, I think he's been in jail for a really long time. He's part of the mafia, and I think that they always have something else up their sleeve. And I think they're more of a family, so I think there's somebody who knows something who is going to be able to help him fix whatever it is that he starts. I think he's just trying to be as smart as he can to utilize them in the best way. And I think he feels that Tommy trusts him or wants to trust him so bad that he'll be able to do this and then rectify whatever Tommy sees or thinks he sees or believes later on and explain to him why and how he did it.
Yeah.
Because at this point, there's so much that they don't know about each other, and there's so much that Tommy has to, like, learn about him, that they need to have a real conversation and sit down anyway. And I think when they have that conversation, that's when everything else will spill out.
I think, like, Tony, he's kind of playing both playing fields, because the way he used the feds, he already told them, like, oh, you guys thought I didn't know what I was doing? Like, I made you come here. I made you give me this deal.
Of course.
And then it kind of looks like, what do you think is going to happen if Tony is playing him, or, like, if he's playing Tommy? Because honestly, in my opinion, I think Tony's going to end up dead. Regardless.
Yeah, I think they're gonna clip him.
That would be interesting. That would be really, really interesting. See, when he said that to them, though, I felt like he was also giving Tommy an out. Because if they do connect Tommy to him and believe that that's his real son, and they start to push and they start to dig, I think Tommy ends up getting wrapped up into everything else. And then they want to know how long has he known about his son, how much did the son know about his involvement, all these other things. So I think that alertness of, oh shit, like they know that this is my child, and being a parent and you want to protect that child. I mean, I don't know if anyone has kids, but like when you're a parent, you get this like instinct, and you just want to like shield them. And I think if he makes it seem like, oh no, I'm kind of just fucking with him, and he thinks I'm his dad, but I'm not really his dad, like, you know, screw that kid, then he's kind of like messing with their psyche, and he's making them second guess, and they're like, oh damn, like, is this gonna be because they're tired of pursuing something that's not true, that hasn't panned out. So at this point, they don't want to pursue something and let it be a waste of time, waste of money, and make them look stupid. So I think they're just like, he knows what he's doing. I really think he knows what he's doing.
You don't think Tony's gonna snitch at all?
No.
Oh?
No.
I don't know. I might have to disagree with you on this one.
Okay.
Let's get into C2 that we picked out, and this is when Kanan and Tasha, they meet in the hallway. Whew, it's a heavy one.
That was intense.
Right outside Tommy's crib. And I don't know, there seems to be a lot of tension between the two, which obviously we haven't seen it completely unfold. Like, what's going on?
Both are blaming each other for Raina's death.
Right.
So who do you think is the really blame? Kanan, Tasha, Dre, or Tariq?
Or you.
Or you. It could be you too.
Well, Destiny had nothing to do with it. And I think that Ghost and Tasha should take blame. I know that's not like a...
100%?
Yeah, I do. I think they really should. I was just actually having this conversation with someone else, and not to like be long-winded or whatever, but my father grew me up a certain way, and because of the things that he has seen, and just wanted to be protective of his present and his future, you know, he just made sure to instill certain things in his children and make them aware and have honest and real conversations. Even if it was a childish question, he would always find some way to like
make it a lesson.
Yeah, make it a lesson, or you know, just like speak very honest and blatant and make everything clear so you can understand how the world works. And he never hid his past. He never hid his current situation. Like, he was always very open, even down to, can I get this? And if we can't get it, this is why we can't get it, just so you really understand. And I think what Tasha and Ghost didn't do was they didn't ever let their children into the type of world they had around them. They wanted to protect them, like I said, that you know, parental instinct kicks in. They wanted to protect them so bad that not only did they not let them know anything, but they never communicated about how the world works, how people work, how things get done. And so
they're just so sheltered.
Right, like Tariq wasn't prepared mentally to even have a Kanan exist.
Getting into Tariq's character, which he was here last week with us, but the next scene that we had actually selected was Tariq and Tasha. What you just mentioned is actually them both coming clean to each other. So for me personally, that was like my favorite scene of episode 3. So I feel like them coming clean, it cleared the air.
They both got a lot off their chest.
See, I really love that scene, but it's really unfortunate. But I see it as, you know, a parent using honesty to kind of control their kid again.
That's my thing. So
Tasha,
she
opportunist.
she didn't do it because she really, like, maybe her best friend did talk a little bit of sense into her, but realistically speaking, like, she did it because she wants to, like, get the reins back on him, and she wants to find out more information. So in a way, she's still using her son. She's not really learning about who her son is and how he thinks. And I think at this stage, since he kind of, you know, offed someone, you should be trying to figure out how the fuck your son like thinks. Is
like
he like his daddy? Is he crazy? Is he a serious? Like, there are so many things that you have to learn.
Right. I mean, I didn't even think about that, like the postpartum and stuff like that, what he could be going through. But also, what you said when, I guess Tasha's using, you know, that type of honesty in a sense to get what she wants. I've noticed that leverage has been used multiple times. She used it with Sean to figure out if Ghost was cheating. She used it with Angela, to get her to delete the files. Like, this type of leverage, I think Tasha's smart. She knows how to play the game.
Tasha's very smart. She's good with people. She has a way of making people trust her. She knows how to use being a mom. She knows how to be a sexy vixen. She knows how to use being a business owner. Like, there's so many different elements to Tasha's character that make her so fierce.
So real quick, before we get into the next segment, I just have to ask, what is your relationship status with Tariq? Not yours, but Destiny's.
Everyone wants to know.
Everybody's waiting.
Everyone.
We haven't seen you
You
yet.
gotta keep watching the show.
No, we gotta are y'all still together? Like, what's going on?
Honestly, I doubt that they're still together. I would doubt that. I wouldn't.
Think he's not gonna forgive you?
I don't think it comes down to forgiveness. I think there's so much internal guilt just from everyone that it's not even about forgiveness. It's just like, how can you have certain conversations or without looking at someone and thinking like, you're also a reason my sister was killed. Like, when you're feeling internal guilt, like, it's hard to look at other people who were even involved in certain situations unless they directly helped you. And I don't think he's gonna see her as a help. I think he's gonna see her as part of a life or in a previous conflict, and she's the reason why, like, so many things went awry. And
I mean, have y'all spoken since then? Because
I don't think that they would.
Tariq was here last episode. He said y'all still together.
He's a.
He said y'all still together, so you can't be curving him like Angela.
Tariq, we already know he makes bad decisions and he don't really think, right? So that's why he probably said something like that. But realistically speaking, especially from Destiny's point of view, I wouldn't see how that would work. It would be too many people feeling too much guilt at one time in order for, like, what are you guys gonna talk
have
about?
A healthy relationship?
Yeah, like, what are you guys gonna, like, the only thing that would keep coming to mind is that one traumatic experience.
Okay. Let's get into, like, this is our favorite part of the show, our memes of the week.
Okay.
So basically, these are the top memes that we see surfacing on social media, and we get, like, the best laughs out of them. So let's get into this first joint.
Okay.
The famous Chris Brown, Karuchi, Angela's not answering Ghost phone calls anymore. Like, I think this one is hilarious.
It's all facts. All facts. 24/7.
Let's do the next one.
Look at his stance too. You know that you know a guy is dead serious when he's like, yo, what's up?
Like, yo, what's up? Like,
okay.
The next
This
one
right here with Jamie's face.
I saw this one. I saw, or something like it. It's true. I think everyone had that reaction. Everybody was like, damn, Fancy.
Fancy, that's how you giving it up.
Took the ring off and all.
No wonder she was so stingy. She was like, I can't just give this to everybody now. Like, okay, heard you.
Real quick, before we get to the next one, what is your favorite throwback reality TV show? Like, mine is Martin.
It's a toss up between Martin and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it was always the two. What's
Mine's the Cosby Show.
In this Me Too movement? You gonna go to the Cosby Show and
He
the
don't
Me Too?
care.
Come on, don't do that. Don't do that to
Yeah.
us. Come on.
He don't care.
Alright, to the last meme of the week. Yo. Yeah. Yeah, everybody, man, get y'all laughs out.
This is why I didn't want to do it. No, okay.
Did you see this one?
Yes. Oh my god.
No, but
that facial expression. Oh my god. All right. Yeah.
But every time I watch this episode now, because I watched it a few times, and this is all I see every time Ghost
If I watch it, I'm gonna end up just seeing him too. Oh my god.
Yo.
Look at he's dead. He like. Okay, I'm sorry.
That was fun. We had to steal that one because that one's really a gift.
Oh, okay.
So it's like he's.
Yeah, the movement. Okay. Yo, I'm about to go Google that. Get out of here.
We got it for you. I
gotta see the actual gift. That's just funny.
So that goes straight into episode 4. We're gonna break down when Ghost actually sees Raina. He's at this like, I don't want to say a press conference or anything, but it's like an event, and Tasha's actually supposed to give the speech. Tate tells him, no, don't give the speech because Tasha's not present. But Ghost wants to be macho man and still go up on this stage and give his speech. So I don't know. What do you think Ghost should have did in that situation? Because he sees Raina. Like, obviously, it's probably because he's not. We still thinking of the meme.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He sees Raina, and obviously, it's like, I think it has to do with the fact that he's not dealing with his guilt. But what do you think Ghost should have done in that situation?
I mean, what can you do in that situation?
Like, because the way he reacted, I think, was one to the extreme. Like, obviously, maybe he doesn't know psychologically, but I feel like you're not seeing your daughter.
But you don't know, and I think that's what it's supposed to emote. It's supposed to show grief. Mm-hmm. Like we're not just seeing someone who's spazzing out, who's crazy. Like, this is his daughter. Like, I lost my brother in 2014, and it's hard when it's someone that you see as very innocent and pure when they're young, when they're fun spirited, when there's just so much that you wanted to teach them and you feel like something was taken away from them too soon. Like, it's grief, and how it comes out, like, you cannot control. I will say that. And I feel like there is no right or wrong way to respond to grief.
Yeah.
Like, and that's another thing too. Like, as funny as it may be in the moment or in a time, like, the reality of it can be very scary, and it can be very depressing, and it can be very hard to deal with. And I think what Power is so good at is it's showing relatable situations and scenarios that make people think and want to speak, but they do it in a way that makes you also entertain, and they find that balance. But I would never ever say that someone should react or respond in a
certain way.
Yeah, ever.
What would be your advice to somebody maybe in a similar situation that needs to grieve? What would kind of be your advice for somebody right now that might be watching this, that might have gone through a similar situation that maybe you went through in 2014? Like, what would be your...
What I can say is people know themselves better than they admit to. And people have an innate way of understanding what's going on with their minds and their bodies. And so they can feel like when something's different or when something has shifted, they'll feel it. And even though you can't necessarily control it, I think as long as they listen to the fact that something is happening right now and they pay attention to that, then eventually they'll be able to get over onto the other side.
Right.
But how long it's going to take and the best way and option for them to get through it is not something I can...
It's not textbook.
Yeah, I can't. I just can't.
It's not textbook. All right, so this is our second favorite part of Post Power. This is when we give out our Tariq. This is when we give out our Tariq of the week.
Okay.
So basically, I'll explain. You can explain it.
Well, go ahead.
The Tariq of the week. Tariq of the week is more so when somebody's making very stupid decisions, and they make continuously like stupid decisions that we're like, okay, obviously this is not right. You shouldn't be doing this, and
In the show.
In the show.
Yes.
In the show. No, in the show.
Okay.
So this week we felt like last week was Tariq. So it was good that we actually had Tariq here. So
And you gave him
it was perfect.
You deserved it.
It was perfect.
Okay.
So this week we felt like our Tariq of the week was Ghost, his father. He was more fitting. Just cause what did he do? He killed that drunk driver.
Yeah.
Which was stupid. It was just a reaction out from emotion.
Slept with a potential investor. Messed that up.
He was unprofessional. He messed up the speech. It's just a list of things. It's like a laundry list where Ghost is. He probably maybe it has to do with the grieving and things like that.
Right.
But
You gotta get it together.
yeah. So he's our Tariq of the week. He's not here to accept our
You're
reward.
not about to give me
So
Yes.
That's what you're not about to do.
you are here with us right now.
Can't help you there.
Yo,
You gotta wear the chain.
on behalf of Ghost,
No.
Destiny,
Not happening.
you gotta accept this Tariq of the week.
No, hell no.
You're not gonna wear
First of all,
this.
Tommy should have got it. That's
You
one.
think Tommy?
Tommy should have
Hold on,
got
all right,
it.
put the chain on first.
I'll hold
Let
it.
us know.
Yeah, all right,
I'll hold it.
you can hold it out. Hold on, let's get the. Yo, make sure y'all get
It depends
close.
what you say.
Get
You
a
might give it to
close-up of this.
But no, because then they're gonna think that I got it. I don't know. Like, you gotta put as the caption, she did not get it. She's just she's accepting this award on behalf
of Ghost. No, we got you.
Why do you say Tommy should get it?
Cause he's not being smart. He's being.
I think all the men, which is funny, all the men in this show right now are acting out of emotion. Except, I don't think Tasha so much is acting out of emotion.
No, I think Tommy's always been a loose cannon, and that's the reason why he needs to get it, because he hasn't changed. He's always doing
true.
something that's fucking something else up, and then being guilty about it. That's why he's sniffing coke, because he's just always fucking shit up. I think we just need to realize that and just nix Tommy, because at the end of the day, he's just doing. First of all, he tried to send people after Dre and he got them killed. Then he was supposed to come back and check on the guy who actually was alive and
did
died.
mess up. He did mess up.
He has no idea his father could be pulling the wool over his eyes because he wants to be way too trusting, which can fuck everything up. He's not being a friend to Ghost. That's why he has no idea that Ghost is off the end of the earth anyway, killing people. Like, it's just so, like, what are you doing, Tommy? Like, what are you doing? And then he's talking to Tasha about his dealings with Kanan, and yet he's still going into business with Kanan, and he's going behind Ghost. Like, it's just too messy. Tommy messy.
Damn, we might have had to change that to Tariq of the week.
He's still smashing.
give it
Like,
to
he's
both of
trying
them.
to smash Lala. I not Lala, but her character, and it's just
Keisha.
Yeah, Keisha is just too much. It's too much.
All right, maybe you can help us out with this section too. We have some predictions, and you didn't see everything. You read a little bit, so you might be able to help us out. The first one we have is, will Proctor's house come back clean? We already know the feds raided it. I personally think it's not going to come back clean after Tommy killed that Homeland Security dude.
I think he's gonna get away with it. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
You think he's getting away with
Yes.
it?
I like Proctor.
All right.
I just think Proctor's smart. Like Proctor's smart. His daughter's like been in the house. Like he's not. I don't think. Yeah.
But he looked so nervous when they busted in the door. Like,
Anybody
But after
would be.
that,
The
I felt like
feds is
he was confident. Like he gonna get away with it.
See, the thing is, like, they can also plant something.
uh-huh.
So you just never know. Like they're cops. Like everybody knows. You just can't trust certain things. So
I didn't think about that.
it's just like, or they might take something else that means absolutely nothing and run with it, or like it's just so many other little things that could happen. I just don't. But he's smart.
Then we got the Jimenez brothers. Well, really the sister.
Yeah.
Do you think the sister is going to kill her brother? Because right now she's basically saying he's a liability.
Yeah, she wants him out the picture.
No.
She's not gonna kill him?
No.
I think she's gonna body him.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be so much better than my prediction. So yeah, I'm with it.
What's yours?
No, I don't think she's gonna kill him. I think that's her brother. You might get him locked up or thrown away, or you might put him off to the side so this way he's staying out of business and trouble. Like you find something else to
I
do
feel
with
that's
him.
too risky. You gotta get rid of him.
I mean, in Spanish
I
families,
think-
we don't kill our brothers.
I think he's the equivalent to like Tommy. Like he's like their
Yes.
Tommy. So he's like you said, he's a loose cannon. So I think she's gonna be like, I'm done with this shit. Because even when they got arrested, she was looking for a way to get rid of him.
Control over her brother, and I feel like there's also a level of respect her brother has for her. And I feel like no matter how much they differ or how much she's messing something up, she's gonna be able to find another way to get him out of her way. I don't think she's just gonna resort to killing him, but it would be so cool if she did. So I'm okay with it. I would like to see that. I would really like to see it.
You with the shits?
Yeah, I'm with all of them. Every time.
Okay.
Our last prediction. Why did Angela and Ghost meet up in this closing of episode 4?
Because they're gonna do the do.
They're gonna do the do. They're gonna get
They're
back
in
together.
love. They're
Ghost
in
is
love.
lonely
They
right
have
now.
strong chemistry, and when something's real and it's intense, you just can't keep away from it. And that's the reality of it. You can do as much as you want. You can play the dance all you want, but eventually they're going to come back. And when you come back, the sparks are going to fly, and that's what it is. I think they're gonna try to keep themselves composed. I think both of them know better and want to do better for themselves. But I think at the same time, it's an intense type of chemistry, and they're both attractive, and it's gonna happen. And I know that in their hearts they want it to happen. Like deep down inside of Angela, she been wanting to go. Like if she could get Tasha out of here, like, she been wanting to go. So
Well, I want to thank you for helping us out with our predictions. We're gonna see on the next episode if those are gonna come true. And before you get out of here,
if they come true, I want a better chain.
I got
we got
something
one.
right.
I got an upgrade for you.
Okay.
I got an upgrade for you.
Okay.
You gotta come back, but you gotta make sure you
Okay.
post it and everything.
I got you.
To tag
Of course.
us, you know. All
Of
right.
course, I'm gonna do that regardless. So we good. We good.
Before you get out of here, do you have any other upcoming projects? Anything you're working on that everybody know?
I have HBO's The Deuce.
Yeah,
That's
The Deuce.
coming back second season, September 9th. I'm really excited about that, actually.
September
The
9th.
storyline is so good. And then I have 2 indie projects for the love of music that's based in the 80s, and I'm playing a real life person. So her name is Ty Powell, and it's about a young girl who grew up in the foster care system, and she tried to find her way through the obstacles that she was facing at the time, and she did so by finding music and by finding love. So it's called
Nice.
For the Love of Music. It's by Chad Quinn. And then I have God Bless You.
Okay.
That's a short film. It's written and it's starring Julito McCullen from The Wire, and that's really good too. Both characters, I play a girl named Destiny. I know, it's so ironic. Everyone's so original. But I play the sister to his character. He comes home from being away, and in that he finds a lot of family secrets are unveiled, and he's caught up in a decision of whether he should seek out revenge or if he should actually just, forgive. And so that's why it says God bless you. And it's really it's
dope.
really good. It's intense. It's very dark. It's very intense, and I'm excited about it. So those are my top 3 things going on right now.
Just nonstop work.
Yeah.
So let everybody know where they can follow you, where to keep up with you, social media. Websites.
If you care about blogs and stuff and my pictures that I take, you can go to IamAndrea-Rachel.com. That's my website. If you just want To follow me on Instagram, I am Andrea-Rachel. Twitter, Andy Ray, that's ANDII_RAE. And yeah, shout out to me.
Me. Yo, man, this is.
Why are you guys laughing? Okay.
Yo, this is Post Power. Make sure you follow us at official Post Power at This Is 50. We'll be back next week.
Yeah.
Thank you, Destiny.
Thank you guys for
AKA
having me.
Andrea. AKA Tariq's girlfriend.
Oh my God.
I know y'all still together. We're gonna get it out of you, man.
Oh my
All right,
God.
thanks, guys. It's another episode of Post Power. Make sure you hit us up at official Post Power at This Is 50 with any questions, comments, concerns. Be tuned next week.